This is the JAFOreport.
Sometimes the smallest words can cause the biggest confusion, especially when it comes to fewer and less.
It's your West Coast Canadian boomer with a personal observation on the differences in meaning between fewer and less. In a moment, this JAFOreport brought to you by 420guidedmeditation.ca. That's the number 420guidedmeditation.ca. Let's face it, English is a quirky language, and even after decades of living on this beautiful rain-soaked coast, I still trip over its little rules.
Fewer and less
are a classic example. You'd think after all these years, someone would have simplified things. Maybe let us use less for everything, like we do with
they.
But no, the grammar sticklers insist there's a difference. And honestly, they have a point. Here's the deal. Use
fewer
for things you can count, like seagulls on the beach, coffee mugs in the cupboard, or the number of times you've heard someone say,
"No worries,"
at the grocery store. For example, there are
fewer salmon in the river this year.
You can count the salmon, though good luck catching them, even with your best rubber boots. Now,
less is for things you can't count individually,
like water, sand, or the patience you're having for the ferry. You'd say,
"There's less rain this summer,"
not
fewer rain.
Unless, of course, you're counting individual raindrops.
But then you probably need a hobby.
Of course, real life doesn't always fit neat grammar boxes. I've seen less pop up where fewer should be, even on official signs.
10 items or less.
Technically, it should be
10 items or fewer.
But who wants to be that person correcting the cashier? Not me. I'd rather have
less stress and fewer awkward stares.
The positive side of knowing the difference? Well, you sound sharp at dinner parties, or at least at the local Tim Hortons. You might even impress your grandkids, or at least confuse them, which is almost as much fun. And if you're writing a letter to the editor about the city's new recycling rules, you'll have the satisfaction of using the right word, even if no one else notices.
On the flip side,
making the mistake can lead to some gentle ribbing from grammar enthusiasts, or worse, being misunderstood. Imagine telling your neighbor,
"We need less potholes on the road."
Technically, it should be fewer potholes.
Unless you're talking about the amount of potholeness.
In which case, frankly, it's a depressing thought. But hey, we all make mistakes. That's part of the fun of language and life. So next time you're debating whether to use fewer or less, just remember, if you can count it,
go with fewer.
If you can't,
stick with less.
And if you mess up, don't sweat it. Life's too short for grammar guilt, especially when you're busy enjoying the West Coast air, counting the eagles,
fewer than last year, sadly,
and hoping for
less rain.
Who am I, you ask? Just another friendly observer. Call me Jafo.
The JAFOreport.ca.
The JAFOreport is downloadable from wherever you get your podcasts from. That's the JAFOreport.ca.
Life can be overwhelming, and sometimes we all need a moment to recharge. I initially discovered guided meditation back in my 40s, but neglected it until my heart attack in my 60s. Eventually, I started recording my own guided meditations, and now I'd like to share them with the public. Whether you prefer a simple, soothing voice or a rich experience by adding music with ambient sounds, I've got you covered. The meditation sessions start at $4.20 each. The first 3 are free. Visit 420guidedmeditation.ca. That's the number 420guidedmeditation.ca. And start your journey to inner calm. Your path to peace is just a click away. This Canuck Boomer thanks you for your time, and we'll catch up with you again soon.